Oh, it's one of the highest priorities for President Trump, and it has been even before he was president. On the campaign trail, he, of course, spoke about his love for veterans and how much he wanted to help them. And in his time as president, he has done a tremendous amount for the military community and for veterans. Over $2 trillion in spending to rebuild our military and give our troops a raise. He signed the VA Choice Act to provide veterans with faster medical care and giving them more options for medical care, providing real choice. He has provided better educational benefits. With respect to POW MIA Day, he's issued a proclamation showing the nation just how important this is to him. And he's shown it with his actions as well. His National Security Advisor, Robert O'Brien, before he was the National Security Advisor, was his hostage negotiator. He was a special envoy to bring Americans home. The president has made unprecedented efforts to bring remains home from the Korean War. That should have been done a long time ago, but the president stepped up and did it. So throughout his time in office, he has been demonstrating his support for the veteran community, and this day, this solemn day, is another opportunity for him to do that, to show the American people how much he cares, and to encourage all Americans, really, to honor our nation's heroes and to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Well, it dates back a number of decades. I believe President Carter, if my memory serves, was the first president to sign a proclamation like this. And it's been a really important day throughout our nation's history. I believe over 500,000 American heroes have been POWs or missing in action. And that's a sizable population of people who have put their lives on the line for their families and their neighbors, as well as millions of people they never even met, to protect our families, to protect our freedoms, to protect our nation and what it stands for. So this is an important day for our country. President Trump is honored to, as the president today, as the commander-in-chief today, be able to commemorate this important occasion and encourage all Americans to recognize the sacrifice of our nation's heroes. So the president loves the Air Force. The incredible equipment and the pilots and the personnel of the Air Force have always impressed him. In fact, I've seen him speak with Air Force leaders and members of the Air Force, and he is so impressed with them. He loves to spend time with them, and he knows just how hard they work to keep us safe and how important they are in our national defense strategy. So he is a huge cheerleader, of course, for our country, as he says quite frequently, but he's also a big cheerleader for the Air Force, and he has secured record funding in the packages that he has signed as president, and of course is now adding the Space Force, which he's very proud of, and he loves to talk about it. And of course, members of the Air Force leadership and others are taking a leading role in standing up the Space Force, and he very much appreciates that as well. Oh, huge. And educational opportunities is really important, and that's why he has signed legislation to provide enhanced educational benefits for veterans, re-entering sort of the private sector after their service. He supports efforts to connect service members with private sector opportunities when they're ready to, as I said, to enter the private sector so that they can meet jobs that will be able to use their skills quite well. He knows that people who are sacrificing for our country and spending a significant portion of their careers doing so deserve the respect of the American people and help transitioning to the life after military service. So it is certainly an important conversation, and the president's very supportive. So the healthcare choices, we've come a long way. The VA, in terms of the services that it provides, we have come a long way. In fact, the approval ratings by veterans themselves, by the military community, of the services they receive from the VA have gone up like a rocket ship. I think it's somewhere in the 90% range, whereas prior to President Trump coming into office, it was very low. So he has improved services for veterans, he has improved educational opportunities, he has improved healthcare choices, and he will not stop. He will continue to look at ways to provide more support in additional legislation, in additional funding packages. But he's made a tremendous difference in just the last few years, but he will continue to look at ways to support the veteran community as well.